Wake up, god damn it. Salute family. Y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Pimp Black. You know what I mean? Welcome to the Ugly Truth Podcast family. Glad to have y'all in it, man. Salute to every last one of y'all. We got a um good little thing. Want to get into a topic or two. You know what I mean? For the night. But y'all already know what time it is, man.
Know that they hating on me. I pull up to the club.
Hey, pay me one. I got 100 rounds stashed in the sky.
Boy, you ain't at a body. What the man talking about the Sunday day? I'm supposed to.
Hey, y'all, you already know what time it is.
MK.
No days off, you know I'ma get it. No days off, I'ma pop my bitch. Better have my money, I'm the landlord.
I don't want to move fast. I want to move correctly. I just don't want to waste no time. If it's something that's going to take us a year to make, if it's something that's going to take us 10 years to make, that's fine. As long as we don't waste no time.
Yeah. Better have my money, I'm the landlord. Better have my money, let it rent. Better have my money, I'm the landlord. Better have my money, let it rent. You come to the trap and don't shout what you came for. Come to the trap and what? I'm doing it, that's what you serving my lane for.
You ain't who it gotta, who it like, who it me. I'm stepping on their necks and I got it to a T. You ain't gotta like me because I'm like me. I got these mad and I got it to a T. You ain't gotta like me because you're still like me. I make them want.
Yeah.
No days off, I'ma keep my pimp shit. No days off, you know I'ma get it. No days off, I'ma pop my big shit. My watch too sick, better keep your distance. No days off, gotta stay on my rich shit. No days off, I be smoking the best shit. Only is out this, I'm fuck with the best. Make one.
These bitches always tryna talk rap.
This is the Ugly Truth Podcast family. Salute to everybody listening in on Spotify, Radio Public, Deezer, um, uh, I said Radio Public, Apple, iTunes, of course, podcast, whatever you listen to podcast, everywhere you streaming at. You know what I mean? Salute to every last one of y'all. Um, Join the fan mail, follow our website, family. Y'all already know y'all can go to blackadelicentertainment.com. And of course, follow us on threads. Um, man, we're trying to get them followers up, man. And of course, as you saw, we got merch, plenty of merch available, over at our store, Bonfire. Um, so man, you know what I mean? We out here, man. We ain't waiting on nobody but y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all support the brand, man. You know what I mean? But look, right? It's a lot going on, family. Now it's a lot going on. A lot of bullshit, right? But it led into, you know, what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight. You know what I mean? I like to dive in a little bit. Um, Man, I don't know. Let y'all know I'm a big fan of battle rap. You know what I mean? I'm a big battle rap fan. Um, I don't know if a lot of y'all, my, normal listeners, y'all know that. We done had ARP, the owner of RB, one of the owners of RB. I've been gracious enough to have him on, a former platform, and of course, I, want to get him up, up on the ugly truth. You know what I mean? But haven't had a chance to, interview anybody, from URL. Um, but yeah, man, I've had has interviewed five Tang, I mean, FIE emotional battle rapper. I almost had an interview locked in with that boy Charlie Clips, but that was you know, we couldn't get the timing right on that. But anyway, nonetheless, my queen um, Remy Ma, jumped into the battle rap scene, about a year and a half ago. So, I mean, jump in, she probably started out by, with a battle rap league, for females, wanting to highlight, wait a minute. Yeah, she wanted to highlight, female battle rap, how it going in the culture. And whether the rough start the first two events, with normal with a lot of leagues starting out, have to get used to, with sound, and then the quality of the streaming, the video production and things like that. But slowly, um, it started to get better, and I think and a lot of people would say one of the things where how it started to get better because I think she ended up saying that think she did in an interview recently, where she was saying, she tried to make it. Um, Actually, this was said at the face off between two battle rappers. Somebody mentioned, which is where she made this comment at. It just came to mind. But she was saying, trying to do females, is not really profitable, on a return. I think she made some, to the statement to the line of, uh, she, was in the red, you know what I mean? So, she's like, damn, probably, you want to push the culture, but, you got to get these names, you know what I mean, in order to sell tickets, and try to, make some of this money back. Which makes sense, you know what I mean? It's, of course you want to entertain and, support the culture, but, you know what I mean? It's business at the end of the day. You can't just like, it's hard to just really invest in the culture without, try to get some kind of, proceeds back from it, right? Um, but yeah, so she got behind this young man named Easy the Block Captain. Easy the Block Captain, had been on the rise, with URL, and more recently, notoriety in having the role in the Bel Air, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air remake. He actually played the character Rashad, who was the, I guess you would say, supposedly bully who Will Smith characters got into the fight with. Where it led him to had to move to L.A. Um, yeah, and I mean, pretty good, role. So he got a little notoriety for that. And as far as in the battle rap, scene, he became very popular by at the same time challenging what you would call the machine, that being URL, one of the biggest, more respected at the time, I guess you would say, battle rap platform. Um, and Remy, started coming around, around in the times, and I guess at the time, I guess she was soaking up game, up on the URL. So you would see her at a lot of events, at URL events and the counterpart RBE events and etc. And eventually, what I mean, then she started announcing, and things I think things kind of sideways when, I think Remy ended up signing Easy the Block Captain like to a management deal. And somewhere in there, something happened somewhere in there and they got a little bit close family, but I found something. Now y'all know I'm going about why I'm going into the detail of this is because I want to say this about those that are just paint the picture of what I'm about to go into. I was just really looking at something. And I'm gonna give the people their credit for it because this is amazing, and I want y'all to want to watch this with y'all. You know what I mean? On right here. Um, but Easy the Block Captain. Um, not Easy the Block Captain. I apologize. Y'all know Papoose and Remy Ma. Y'all know Remy Ma did some time. You know, did a few years for I want to say an assault for a charge for things in her past. You know what I mean? Things that happened. Um, and Papoose, he held her down. You know what I mean? At least, to our knowledge, to the public eye, he held her down. For that time, and you know, and it started to come out now where rumors are surfacing, and they became the epitome of literally of this what we call black love. You know, and this now y'all got to think. I want y'all to look at the timing of this. What happened in from a culture standpoint because the culture now these people are human beings now don't forget this point these are actually human beings now I'm talking from this is the the direction I'm coming from with it now these people are human beings I don't want to set the stage for everything for those that's not aware of what's going on um And but you know where before we go into farther into that, don't pay the narrative. Remy Ma and Papoose. Y'all know who Remy Ma and Papoose is. Now I'm just explaining the connection with Remy Ma and Easy the Black Cats supposedly. Um, but I want to get into so I gotta show the family something because this is different, family. This is different. And yeah, man. Let me see. We're gonna finna get in there, y'all. So shout out to the Algorithm Institute of Battle Rap. I came across this like on the Humbug family, but y'all
17th,
check this shit out.
2023. The crowd's energy was electric as they packed into the gritty warehouse venue in Queens, buzzing with excitement about the night's big event. This was the latest showcase from Chrome 23, the new battle rap league launched by hip-hop icon Remy Ma. Remy had spared no expense for Chrome 23's second event, featuring some of the fiercest female MCs in the game. Veterans like 40 Bars and Yoshi G were set to clash. The lineup was fire, and expectations were high. Backstage, Remy was a blur of activity, yelling orders and ensuring everything would run smoothly. This was her big chance to establish Chrome 23 as a major league in the culture. Failure was not an option. As she reviewed the stage setup, Remy felt a presence behind her. She turned to see renowned battle rapper Easy the Block Captain dressed to impress in a green Chrome 23 sweatsuit. His trademark beard was neatly trimmed and he looked immaculate, she thought. "Easy, you made it," Remy said, greeting him with an enthusiastic hug. Easy was one of the hottest rappers out, and Remy had recently signed him to her management company. His presence tonight added more hype to the event. "You know I had to support," Easy replied with a dazzling grin. "This is gonna be crazy tonight." Remy took in his handsome appearance and confidence. Being around Easy gave her a thrill she hadn't felt in a long time. Her marriage to fellow rapper Papoose had struggled lately, their once fiery passion now cooled to a simmer. But maybe tonight could reignite that spark. The battles kicked off and exceeded the hype. The crowd roared as 40 Bars and Yoshi G traded wicked punchlines, their personal feud fueling the fire. Backstage, Easy cheered on the rappers with Remy. Their chemistry was undeniable, laughing, whispering, subtly touching. Remy found excuses to be near him, intoxicated by his attention. But doubt crept in. She was a married woman after all. This was dangerous territory. During intermission, Remy greeted a surprise guest, her husband, Papoose. He supported her events, but was supposed to be traveling tonight for his new position at TuneCore. Yet here he was. Maybe he was trying to make an effort, Remy.
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen. Really going for it, friends. And loving what you do. Every single day. Feeling fearless, fulfilled, free.
Remy thought. Their marriage had grown distant, only seeing each other in passing lately. His presence tonight rekindled a tiny flame of hope within her. But as Papoose glanced at Easy across the room, his jaw tightened. He'd heard the rumors about Easy and Remy's close friendship, and as he looked at Easy, he saw a younger, more charismatic version of himself. Seeing them together made Papoose's blood boil. Remy was moving quickly to lead Papoose to his seat, hoping to avoid any drama. She knew her husband hated Easy, but she managed him, and they had a contract to fulfill. It was time to make...
Yo, shout out to Algorithm Institute of Battle Rap, man. This is genius. This is amazing, bro. Yeah, this is amazing. Like, he in the story head on. I see what's going on. Throw it out for a minute. Like, what's going on with the visuals, but you can kind of disregard the video, but it kind of giving you a little imagery to go with. Like I tell, this is animated, this is created. It's not actual, footage. But he hitting the story dead on.
Main event was starting. 40 Bars versus Yoshi G in a grudge match. This battle had potential to be a classic. 40 Bars and Yoshi G were at each other's throats immediately, the crowd hanging on every word. In the final round, 40 went for the jugular, a line about Yoshi's parenting skills. This was a soft spot for Yoshi. Yoshi saw red. She grabbed a water bottle and beamed 40 right in the face. All hell broke loose as their security stepped in to contain the erupting into chaos. Security finally gained control and escorted Yoshi to a room in the back of the warehouse. She was still irate as Remy tried calming her, worried she'd attack 40 again. Easy stood closely behind Remy, a little too close. Suddenly, Papoose burst into the room and made a beeline for Easy. Yo, Ease, I saw that text. What's up now, boy? Papoose yelled, shoving Easy. Before Easy could react, Papoose clocked him square in the jaw, releasing weeks of boiling resentment. I'll kill you, he screamed as Easy begged for mercy. Horrified, Remy pleaded with Papoose to stop, grabbing his arm as he swung at Easy, but Papoose shoved her aside, hell-bent on inflicting maximum damage. Remy screamed for security as Papoose blood dripping from his could have been much worse, but the wounds were still obvious enough to raise questions. Easy gingerly touched around his cheek and eye, wincing at the throbbing soreness. He could feel his eye threatening to swell shut. There was no way he could do press like this. Popping the glove box, Easy rifled through napkins and receipts,
Shout
looking
out
for
to
something to help
Algorithm
him.
Institute
He
of
found
Battle
nothing
Rap.
and decided to leave the event. When he started
Shout
his
out to
car, his
y'all, man.
anxiety
This
rose
is
about how to
A1.
possibly keep this quiet. But
Y'all
he knew
follow
Remy would come
Algorithm
up with a
Institute of
plan.
Battle Rap
She
after you
had
follow
to,
me.
for both their sakes. Inside, people pulled out their phones, tweeting and posting on Instagram about the apparent fight between Papoose and Easy, with many postings saying outright Papoose just knocked out Easy. The news spread through the battle rap world like wildfire. By the time Papoose left the building, social media was already exploding with speculation about what went down behind the scenes. Rumors swirled about what sparked Papoose's violent assault on Easy. Many
Now, mind y'all, again, now this was circulating online about a month and a half ago, and that led to, well, I guess maybe it's probably a little longer than that. Probably that's 3 or 4 months ago. Um, but this is where ultimately led to what happened this weekend and how all of this is kind of surfacing because they were real quiet. You know what I mean? They were real quiet about what happened. And I'm not going to play this whole thing through, but still, y'all follow the Algorithm Institute of Battle Rap. You can go and check out the whole video. I'm not gonna play. I just want to give y'all a little basis. Um, because he broke it down. He broke it down A1. So salute to Algorithm of Battle Rap. I'm gonna play a little bit more than I'm go ahead and
speculated it
tell.
was over Remy, that there was more than just business between her and Easy. Remy immediately went into damage control mode. She denied anything occurred, stating that people were confused and uninformed. But the gossip persisted, with Posey and the girls at Black Compass Media trying the best to dissect the situation from every angle. Despite Remy's efforts, the scandal followed her and Papoose to the BET Awards the next week. On the red carpet, they put on loving smiles for the cameras, determined to show their marriage was rock solid. But during the show, they had an encounter with Hip Hop is Real's media personality Knowledge the God. He brazenly questioned Papoose about the Easy altercation. A fuming Papoose let him ask his question before warning him that anything who disrespects him or his wife would get knocked out too. Remy stood there shocked before she quickly whisked him away. Later, Knowledge posted a trailer of the walk-off ready to set the battle rap culture on fire with speculation about what really happened between Papoose and Easy. But after a few calls from Remy's team,
So that's pretty much what happened with that. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with that. And that led to Geechee Gotti, well-known battle rapper, Compton, well-known, Crip battle rapper, rep the Blue Flag. Had a battle with Easy the Block Captain, supposedly been in Philly, but it was in Camden, New Jersey, which apparently had never been up there, but apparently it's not too far from Philly. So it was a home game for Easy the Block Captain, if you will. Obviously, with Geechee being from Cali, Nutty Block, if you will, from the West, flying to the East Coast. Um, to have this battle with Easy the Block Captain. Hold on, let's see. But in this battle with Geechee Gotti and Easy the Block Captain, Geechee has some choice words, my family, for the Queen Remy Ma. And I hope I don't get flagged for this on YouTube. Uh, hold on. Crazy ad. That's crazy. But shout out to 15 Minutes of Fame, Uncle Ra. But hold on. So it led to this weekend, family, and I'm man. This is groups. This is Geechee Gotti versus Easy the Block Captain. That boy Geechee Gotti having a conversation with Remy Ma. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You would have been the one I talked to. Like, I don't know if you fucking this nigga, just tell him stop screwing the business. If niggas found out you was fucking the help, that could really ruin your image. But Rock and Jam, Pap and Rim, nigga, that's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black love. Niggas really think that y'all marriage is still had to go through them stages. Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years. Every interview, show his admiration and tell Ohio he held you down in prison for 6 years. I know it was nice, he cried big tears. He still by you by your biggest accomplishment, front row giving you big cheers. Man, y'all got a beautiful baby girl who oh so amazing. You'd be damned if you lose you to this bozo with braces. The world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. But this nigga behind closed doors running his mouth like a hoe supposed to do. Got niggas making blogs and YouTubes. People arguing in the comments if those posts is true. Cause them TMZ and shade room outlets, they only know you. Listen, listen, he took you out to the best rooms. When you ain't feeling good, he put you back in the best room. So he be damn to see you get stepped to by a nigga he socked out and stood over like a step stool.
Man. What we doing with this, y'all? Shout out to Geechee Gotti, man. Shout out to family. That was just a minute. You know what? You know what? We ain't even finna play like this. That was just a minute of, nah, nah. That was just a minute of it, family. That was a little bit of what happened. What he said to that young lady, man. God damn. Listen, listen, y'all. All right, hold on. That was only that. Look, that was the third round. That was the third round. This is the first round, family. This is what Geechee said in the first round. Again, like that. Shout out to Uncle Ra, man. Shout out to Uncle Ra. Shout out to 15 minutes of fame, man.
Hey, y'all hear me? Hey, that was cute. That was cute. We got Geechee Gotti versus. Come on now, Remy. I know you ain't fucked this corny ass nigga. I know you ain't fucked this corny ass nigga. Never mind, we'll get back to that. We got a Compton nigga and Cam Patty nigga, so that's my habitat. Nigga, I'm the same nigga I was back then as when you met me. Been supposed to kill you, URL wouldn't let me. Cause they know I would have got rid of you quicker than Jeffrey. This what acting style. This what acting style.
Man. Now again, my family, I've yet to see the whole thing. I've yet to see the whole battle, but this is what Geechee Gotti, we kind of put it out there, exposing what, the conversation they had. They was saying, I guess Remy done fucked off on Papoose with Easy the Block Captain, man. You know what I mean? Um, and then she denied, but why, right? That's the only thing you would wonder, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Not necessarily why, you know what I mean? I don't deny niggas swear, but you would think, like, exactly what Geechee said, you know what I mean? They would, by them being one of the poster child of black love, you know what I mean? And then on the other side over here, we found out, who else was our poster? Jeezy, Jeannie Ma, 2 years of marriage, filing for divorce. Tiana Taylor, Iman, everybody, everybody just walking away. Everybody throwing in the towel, man. Can't nobody stick it out. Why is that? West, when I'm saying like, why we losing that edge now? Why we losing that edge now? That because that always been what we wanted, right? Everybody, with that where the relationship goes. But we hold these people, these people like this on a pedestal, not forgetting that they human beings. I'm not making no case for Remy, but y'all gotta remember the girl 45, man. She 45 years old. I think she spent a lot of time in, she did what, 6 years? 6 years behind bars. Um, and I can't even say like, you know what I mean, she's been not long enough, and I can't make no excuses for something, but you can say, can that is that a factor? Can that, have some kind of um traumatic effect to where she's quote unquote missing, a part of her life and you know what I mean, and acting on that? Is she going through a midlife crisis? This happens with women around this time before they get to hit menopause, right? Um, or not getting that attention and that affection that you want. She would want to still feel like she's sexy and not just this businesswoman that um the Papoose and Remy my brand, has allotted. I mean, she missing, like she feel like she missed her whole phase. Interesting. I don't know much about the Tiana Taylor and Imam. Somebody I was just use that analogy, just The saying, the talking about those that cliche black love relationship that a lot of us, in our culture hold in regard. And I again salute Charleston White because he, said this once before, and I totally agree that we as a people we have an entertainment whore's mind. And like I said again, where we forget that these people are human beings. We see, we're idolizing. Y'all forgetting it ain't no difference with us. People only show you the highlights, of what's real. Um, but the Tiana Taylor and Iman, apparently they had been separated for some time, and it just wasn't out. And I'm guessing, there was a need to, be vocal about it now. The fact that they're not together. Even Jeannie and Jeezy, you know what I mean? Of course, they've been so fresh. They only been married 2 years, and they couldn't stick it out. You know what I mean? And them, that's obviously, those are the hardest times. That early. But I guess whatever this situation was, maybe it was just that, where it couldn't be reconciled. But I gotta be honest with y'all, fam. I gotta be honest with y'all. I blame I blame what's currently going on now. I blame ratchet culture, man. I think I blame ratchet culture. Ratchet culture, y'all traded. It's almost like people traded black. Uh, they traded the nuance of black love for now our women and our girls now idolize ratchetness. Now ratchet culture is a thing. You know what I mean? I don't know who's the mother of that shit, but you know what I mean. That's what it is now. Look at what's being glorified. With your Sukianas and your sexy red and your Cardi B's and your Megans and you know what I mean. Insert name where you will. You know what I mean. But it's that mentality. Look at the messaging, that's been put out, and that's an attitude that come with. It's no different than, on what goes on this side with the gangster rap, you know what I mean, and all this and that. There's really no difference in that as far as the influence. I mean, but you gotta think, who are these girls talking to? With your city girls and your Miami's, and I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? It's where music is. This art. It's a form of witchcraft, right? That's all music is. It's art. It's form of witchcraft. And what's the influence? So now the dynamic is being pushed as ratchet culture because the males have already been conquered with gang culture, drill music. If it ain't that, it's homosexuality, right? The guys already been conquered. So now the females are under attack with this ratchet culture. That's idolized and we glorified and is now it's mainstream. Like, think about everything that's all the negativity and the epitome, the downfall of, us and our people is blasted in mainstream and made look cool. Because, as the scripture says, evil will be made fair seeming, right? And, that's where we at. So I think that by you having these dynamics on either side, the institution of relationships and family, that shit is out of the window because nobody trusts anybody. Everybody such an individual. People don't have time. There's a need for instant gratification. There's no work need to be done in the world. Like why? People are too focused with whatever, being programmed on them. So that's why, there's no need to dive in and really connect with people. We're too connected to devices and careers. That's why you'll have things like, the people that because we have these entertainment whores mind, we look at these people um like they're I guess I don't know how do I say it? Like they can't be, you know what I mean, human to that man or go through things or experience breakup, divorce, hurt, cheated on. You know what I mean? We look at all of that. Um, so, but I just really think that's what it's kind of, chopped up to at this point, family, and that's why, you know what I mean? A lot of us, look at where we, and if and you check the temperature of us, like you check the temperature of us and really like analyze, put that mirror up, and that's why. What's the overall, what's in the air now? You know, how everybody's, how how we, how you could continue a nation. How could you, without the institution of family, like what's the dynamic, what's the backbone, what's the base that's the driving factor? What are we passing on? What's the legacy? For us in our culture. And that's whatever everybody in there, and they're not just a black thing. What I mean? Not just a black thing. Everybody that's involved with hip hop and entertainment culture. What I mean? If that's the norm, like what exactly are we looking at? It's all bullshit, you know. But it's witchcraft nonetheless, you know. And all I can say, man, stop continuing to follow, full of spells, and remember that these people are actually human beings. These people are human beings with, families and real emotions other than what, and a lot of people be forced to live out their lives and their relationships through the TV screen and through the concept and the perception of what somebody on a social media app might feel about them. And you know what I mean? And I think that, the ones that make it, think about the couples you don't even see in the limelight, that don't post, not out, not, doing all the interviews, see, that actually live life, leave the family, be family, your job, entertainment, all of that is a whole separate world. Leave that a whole separate entity. That way you can keep some kind of ground game. Unless, what I mean, your family was in entertainment with you together, but I don't know how to expect. Even if y'all from two different walks of life or in two different separate careers, I wouldn't even don't keep it shelled. I mean, keep it shelled out, family. Um, you know, and that's about all I wanted to touch up on that a little bit, man. You know what I mean? But then again, I drop it down. I think I'm gonna dive into that a little bit more later on this week. Um, hey man, y'all, show you support, Cash App, Blackadelic ENT. Of course, you know what I mean? Y'all can follow us on all social media platforms. A link to all of that is at our website. And of course, this is, linked to, this is the Ugly Truth Podcast, family. And I enjoy this. If you do anything in your life, you're going to do it because you want to do it, man. But do it because you're free, family. So